Utility companies like yours can't afford to be short-handed. You need to fix any gaps in your coverage, fill in for any employees who are out of the office, bring in extra help for an emergency response, and so on. And now you can call out the right people to fill those open shifts automatically. It's a snap with Snap Schedule 365. Tired of reading through your schedules over and over, hoping you haven't missed anything? With Snap Schedule 365, you can just choose an employee, drag and drop to assign the appropriate shift, and instantly see any problems. For instance, if the employee has too many hours for the day or the pay period, or even for a rolling 7-day period. Or choose a shift instead, drag and drop to assign the right employee, and instantly see how many operators, supervisors, or other types of employees you require for the shift, how many you've assigned, and any variance between them. In this example, we need one more operator for this shift. So I'll right-click on the shift and select Open Shift and Callout. You can create an open shift and notify the candidates all at once, or offer the shift to one employee at a time in sequence. Either way, the shift where you right-clicked is filled in automatically, and you're ready to start filling that gap. Or if you prefer, you can simply click the magic wand to search an entire date range, find every variance where your assignments don't meet the shift requirements, and turn every one of those gaps into an open shift automatically. And you can select an open shift and easily change the date or the shift or adjust the starting and ending times. Perhaps you only need coverage for part of that shift. Of course, open shifts aren't just for fixing gaps. When an employee uses our mobile app to request some time off, you can review all the details, approve their request, and then click Convert to Open Shift and find someone to cover for them. Or click Plus and add a callout for any date and shift when you need some extra help. Or select an open shift and click Copy. For instance, if you'd like to offer the same shift with all the same settings on a different day. Which employees should you call out for these shifts? Don't reach for those old-fashioned call lists. Just open the drop-down and choose an employee selection rule created by your organization, or create a new one on the fly. Will you consider anyone who's available for the shift? Or do you need someone who isn't already working that day and can pick up the shift without working too many hours for the day or for the pay period? Or perhaps you need someone who's authorized to work at a particular location, like a certain console, or someone who works there all the time. We can also configure more specialized rules for you according to your organization's policies or union requirements. The rule you select will apply to this whole set of open shifts, but you can also add special criteria for each shift. Perhaps you need a supervisor with an OSHA safety certificate, or maybe you're offering overtime pay. You can even add any special notes you'd like your candidates to see. Now click Candidate Employees to see exactly who meets your requirements and which open shifts each one of them is eligible for. By default, candidates with the most seniority appear first. Again, we can configure this whole process to satisfy any collective bargaining agreements or other requirements you might have. If you chose to offer each shift to one candidate at a time in sequence, you can decide when to contact the first candidate and how long to wait for a response before moving on to the next. Or you can notify all candidates at once, immediately, or at any date and time you like. You can even click Assist and use relative time instead, like 6 hours from now, or 3 days before the shift, or the week before on Wednesday. Click OK and you're done. At the appropriate date and time, candidates will receive a notification by email. If you're using our mobile app, they'll receive a push notification as well. And if an employee has chosen to receive text messages or automated phone calls at one number or several, those notifications will go out automatically at the same time. Candidates can see exactly which shift or shifts they're being offered and decide whether to accept. Or they can review any other open shifts they qualify for and submit a bid. Again, we can configure the system for your organization. For instance, to allow employees to respond by email or text message or as part of an automated phone call. Back in Shift View on the admin panel, your open shifts appear right alongside your existing assignments. Or you can choose Open Shift View to see a calendar of upcoming open shifts and a list of opportunities, that is, batches of open shifts. Click on an opportunity to see how many employees you require for each open shift, how many candidates you've identified, how many have been contacted so far, how many accepted the invitation, and how many you've actually assigned to the shift. For a closer look, just select an open shift and click on the Detail tab. You'll see the individual candidates color-coded by status. For instance, if you chose to notify employees one by one, you'll see which candidates have been offered the shift so far, who's accepted, who let the invitation expire, and so on. Click again to see even more details about the employee, the open shift, and activity on this invitation so far. For instance, when was this employee identified as a candidate? When were they offered the shift? How and when did they respond? You can also add new activity manually. For instance, if you contacted the candidate personally, or if you're rejecting their bid. And you can see which scheduler performed each step and which steps happened automatically. When you're ready, just click Assign Shift to give this employee the assignment. Every step is thoroughly documented for you. You can print a quick summary of your open shifts and their current status, print a more detailed report with each candidate's step-by-step progress, or dig down to the most granular details to see exactly what you said in each candidate's push notification or email or automated phone call and what response you received. In this example, you can see that this automated phone call was not just a voicemail message. The call was answered by a human. With powerful tools for your administrators, self-service features for your employees, and built-in tracking and reporting for important features like open shifts, Snap Schedule 365 can help you take better care of your team, your customers, and your business. We'd love to show you how. Contact us today at www.snapschedule.com and request a free live demo.